crashed! Ooh la la. It appears that you've gotten stuck on what to do next while writing. I'm so sorry. I won't do that again. Maybe. Anyway, have you ever been writing and ended up getting stuck on what to say next? Maybe you're unsure as to what your characters should do in order to make the story go on? Well, my fellow writer, you are stuck in a ditch. A writer's block ditch. And no, this is different than many other writer's block. You have the motivation to write, you have the time and energy as well, but you just don't know how to get your characters from point A to point B. I've seen many people online recommend just going from the point where you're at and then skipping ahead to the next location you have in mind and then write it in later. But for a lot of situations or people, that will not work, especially since it could mess with the plot. So instead, I'll be providing a variety of twists and occurrences that could happen within different genres that you could choose from in order to get out of said ditch. And before I go on, I just want to say, if you have noticed a change in, say, my voice out of like mic quality and such, I got a new microphone for Christmas, and this is the first episode I'm recording with it. Had some technical difficulties while setting up to record this, found out my new laptop actually gives all audio an echo for some reason. So I quickly tested on my gaming laptop to see if it gives an echo. It doesn't. And so it still collects white noise though. So I ordered a foam cover for it. Gotta wait for that to come in. So for now, just please put up with the white noise. I'm going to try to figure how to edit it out, but for now, if I don't figure it out, just put up with it. You'll be fine. You won't die. So, oh yeah, and I'll be leaving a Q&A for the Spotify listeners, so you can tell me what you think about it, compared to, say, my headset. So, without further ado, romance. Obviously, the first one. Introduce a new love interest, or at least some temporary competition. Say, a cute character at a coffee shop, someone new in class or at work, or even an already existing character whose feelings might be shifting towards one of your main characters. The second would be to have someone go on a date, perhaps the main character's parents, their sibling, or even them. Hell, for them, the date doesn't even have to be planned. It can also just be them going out for a walk. Love interest pops up, and boom, they go on a date. Which would be nice if that happened to me. But hey, this is a fictional world, and it's currently winter, so I ain't staying outside for longer than I have to. 3. Put them into an argument, one that they can grow from and have a stronger bond due to. This can be a misunderstanding of sort, and no, I don't mean one that leads to cheating. I know how much people hate that. I'm talking about something like where to meet for a date, perhaps mishearing and getting the wrong item at a store, maybe knowing whether they're getting gifts for each other or not, forgetting each other's birthday, or even seeing them talking to, say, a sibling, cousin, or friend that they haven't met yet, and thinking they're cheating, but instead of the witness going to cheat as well, they remained silent and distant. Maybe things get cold between them, and then they finally open up and realize that their partner was loyal all along, and they learn a lesson on trust and communication. 4. Self-conscious. Have your characters be extra self-conscious about parts of themselves around their love interest, and eventually have the love interest compliment themselves on it. 5. Self-doubts. Have your character doubt the strength of the bond between both them and their love interest, and have the love interest do something extravagant to prove otherwise. Or to add a little bit more genre, have the love interest to add a little bit more drama, have the love interest remain clueless about the main character's worries, and have those worries build up throughout several chapters. 6. Give them a sword. 7. Have them have a serious moment together, such as talking about pet peeves or maybe their past. 8. Have them do something different than their usual activities. For instance, if they're both introverted nerds, then have them go out to a party or a paintball match, or something. If they both care about their looks, then have them get into a mud fight or baking and end up getting flour and melted chocolate all over them. 9. Period. This does only apply if a character who is capable of getting their period is present, but the same concept can apply to male relationships as well. Say one person is bedridden and going through a ton of emotions. Then that's when the other character can either care for them or you can demonstrate how much of an ass they are by having them abandon them. 10. Have a mutually hated person show up and have your two characters talk shit while they head off to their next destination. And well, there's 10 actions you can take to help get yourself out of that romantic ditch. If you're listening on a site that's commenting, then feel free to comment and tell me what you think. Or if I had missed anything that you would like me to include in the next GOOAD romance episode. I would have included a slightly longer list that spans across all genres, but I felt as though making an episode of it per genre would help give people more personalized help and suggestions instead of having to listen through an entire episode just waiting for something that applies to them and potentially getting annoyed if it turns out to be a waste of time. So here you go. Follow at CWC Publishing on Twitter. Check out my novels Death Chill, Flame Rip, and Arctic Blaze on Amazon and Kobo, link in the description. Check out the Crave Writing Club Patreon in the description. Check out the Crave Writing Club Discord server in the description. Check out my personal Instagram at dark_night_wolves. And let's bring this ditch and hole and rope and lever of a meeting to an end.